I consider myself extremely lucky to be able to provide a patient's perspective on these topics. I was diagnosed over 10 years ago, and as you've heard, the average life expectancy is less than 3 years in my disease, MND. Patient advisory groups, or PAGs, have different names, as you can see, but they are the same concept, bringing benefit to research from the patient's perspective. Over the past 20 years, they have become more recognized for the fundamental shift they are towards collaborative research with patients as active partners. Before this, we've been subjects, data points, case studies. The expertise of researchers involved was not doubted, but the voice of the patient's lived experience was often sidelined. PAGs changed this. To be clear, PAGs are not a DEI tick box or a PR exercise. They bring a unique perspective that researchers cannot replicate. We live with our conditions. We understand the nuances, the challenges and struggles often missed in a clinical setting. We know the outcomes that mean the most and what questions we want answered. In that sense, we are the experts of our disease. A well-known person in our community, I've jumped. There it is. Not as many words, but just slower delivery. A well-known person in our global community started a call about 10 years ago. Nothing about us without us. And PAGs are a step in that direction. It's important to understand the impact of MND. Although my rarer form has only affected my legs and voice to date, over 96% of people with MND or PALS face a much harsher reality, as has been outlined by Professor Powell. The average life expectancy is short, with a progressive loss of physical function at varying speeds, and 30% of PALS die within the first year. Time, therefore, is a major factor in all PALS lives. I was a member of the M&D Smart PAG from the start in 2018, and the research team engaged with us to ensure relevance by addressing issues that matter most to us. Obviously, a cure is the goal, but until then there must be care. So any therapies that alleviate or slow progress of daily symptoms and improve our quality of life are extremely important. These are really fiddly. The challenges of MND and participating in research were understood by the PAG, and we were able to convey this to the team assisting in refining the study's design and methodology. We contributed to the trial protocol, suggesting simplified procedures, reducing clinic visits where possible, and the use of remote participation. The team got PAG input on other potential barriers such as problem swallowing and traveling to ensure the design was as inclusive as possible. The potential of a normal design being too burdensome for PALS was high, which would have meant a lower recruitment and a higher dropout rate. Our PhD was involved in drafting words used in the materials, including the consent process, ensuring clear, concise, and easy to understand communication. The PhD was also available to provide input on ethical aspects throughout our insight into the potential risks and benefits of participating, ensuring that PALs were fully informed before deciding. Examples of the practical changes, some of which Professor Pal mentioned, are shown in this slide. Additionally, we were involved in various regulatory and grant submissions. Our PhD includes patient advocates. Although PALs want to join trials, recruitment and retention are constant challenges due to the nature of the disease. PALs are hesitant because of entry restrictions, time commitment, or a lack of access to the actual process. Through innovative changes and actively engaging with our community, we were able to not only promote MND Smart, but also to ensure that greater decentralization was a factor for the research team as they evolved the design. Finally, we've been able to share the news on the progress and results with the wider MND community by helping translate results into language understandable by PALs. With the team, we created video messages to inform participants and the wider community of progress. We have also co-authored articles with the team for the professional community. Historically, our community has been frustrated by the lack of research success. As Professor Powell outlined, until recently, there had only been one globally licensed drug for MND, and that was over 30 years ago. Many research efforts were seen as on competing silos and often trying to reinvent the wheel. A rise of inclusive interaction between PALs, researchers, and pharma over the past 10 years in MND particularly has fostered a culture of patient-centered research. The interaction, including patients being active in scientific conferences like this and in trial design, has promoted collaboration and mutual respect, in turn leading to a rise of innovative and more relevant, impactful trials. Time, as I said, is our greatest enemy in M&D. So innovation in trial design, increasing participation, allowing the widest class of participants, and improving the trial's power is all very well received. The consideration of using repurposed drugs combined with innovative trial design is also seen as a considerable improvement. Where safety and tolerance issues may have already been tested, it means, subject to what Professor Powell said about consideration of different doses, it's seen as a faster way of introducing to phase 3 trials. Innovative designs, as in M&D Smart, should allow for a quicker reassessment if significant benefit is not established or unexpected harmful effects occur. Although there has been a mixed reaction in the M&D community to the use of repurposed drugs, generally the use is encouraged because of the ability to shortcut the time to phase 3 trial. Shown here are words from some of our trial participants, including members of our PAG, and show the benefits as seen by them of innovative trials and repurposed drugs. To conclude, PAGs are powerful tools ensuring research is relevant, ethical, and beneficial to patients. Innovative designs and the use of repurposed drugs with them enable faster progress, switching, and wider access, and have provided a new, strengthened ray of hope in what can be a pretty dark world. My PhD colleague Steve Barrett and Professor Powell had on his last slide, well, one of his last slides, described this as a life jacket that prevents us from emotionally drowning. That hope all patients need is us a higher quality of life, simply in the expectation and the ability to be able to participate. Thank you, or dank u wel voor de Duitse nuance.